Hello and welcome to the Marvellous Show Game of Thrones. If you've never watched before, I'm your host Steve, and it's a react show to the Game of Thrones because I know I'm behind everyone in the whole world. I've never watched an episode and now I'm absolutely hooked, and it's without doubt my favourite series ever. So if you like Game of Thrones, please subscribe, like, comment and hit the bell, and you'll be updated every time I put anything new up. That's that done. I've never done one of these in the morning before, so I'm a little bit tired. So bear with me. If I nod off, just poke the TV or something and I'm sure it'll wake me up. That won't work actually. Oh my god. So okay, I'm going to have a coffee in a minute before I start watching because I really want to be... I've been so excited about these two episodes because everyone's built it up. And I know we haven't always agreed on everything. There have been moments, but I'm confident this time. I think these are going to be really good. So yeah. So going on to what we watched before, which was episode 8, season 6, No One. Really love that episode. It's probably one of the best episodes this season anyway. And we started off with, well, the story in Braavos basically is where we see Arya. She's been stabbed multiple times, and we'll get onto that in a bit. And she's taken in by Lady Crane, and I guess she was there probably for a few days. I'm not really sure. Again, the time thing's a little bit weird, but I think it's probably a few days. And so her wounds hadn't properly healed, but obviously the bleeding had stopped and everything. And what I thought would happen happened. Waif turned up, disguised as a boy kind of thing, and Arya's woken up with a sort of a noise, a sort of a knocking and a rumbling from next door, and she looks round and sees Lady Crane's dead. Is one way of putting it. She looked horrific, to be honest. And then obviously the chase begins there, and Arya jumps out the window, and it's quite a cool sort of running chase through the city. And at one point she jumps off from this high kind of ledge onto these stairs and just rolls all the way down, and obviously it reopens all her wounds again. She's again, I didn't click on at the time, but now I've rewatched it a couple of times. I think the reason she wipes blood all over the walls is actually to lead the waif to where she is. I think that was her plan anyway, or certainly it was a B plan. I don't think that was the initial plan, but I think it was like a B plan. And she managed to. The waif followed her back to her little hidey hole where she's been staying, and locked the door behind her and sort of walked up towards Arya. And Arya brings out the needle, and the waif says to her that's not going to help. We know how this is going to end. And then with that, Arya chops the candle down, and it all goes completely black. And obviously she's used to training in blind, basically. I don't know how long she was blind for, probably quite a while. And yeah, she takes the waif out. We don't see it, but she takes her out because right at the end of the episode, we're in the House of the Black and White, and Jaqen H'ghar follows this blood trail that he sees down to the catacombs, and there is the face of the waif. She's one of the faces, one of the many faces. And Arya stood behind him, and I thought she was just going to push the needle straight through him, which I think she probably should have done, really. I mean, let's face it, he did want her dead, but she didn't. And he said, "Finally, you're no one." And she said, "No, I'm Arya Stark." I was like, get in there. So that's that story. I guess that's that story kind of done, and that's 2 whole seasons, I think, leading up to that point. It's a lot of, I don't know, a lot of waste of time, really. I think a lot of it. The ending was brilliant. I love the ending, the way it kind of concluded. But there's a lot of stuff, selling cockles and doing all that malarkey that just didn't need to happen, really. So I think a lot of these stories, they do kind of stretch out a little bit. But I'm glad now she's going back to Westeros, and now I think she's going to play a really big part. And I think possibly, hopefully, she's going to get back to Sansa. That's what I'm praying and hoping, that she can get back to Sansa and Jon. That would be amazing. But you never know with Game of Thrones. They lead you. I dare say she'll get really close to them, and then they'll just take it away at the last minute like they normally do. So yeah, that'll be. We'll have to see on that one. Obviously, I'm still stoked about the Hound's back, and he went on a rampage trying to find out the people who had killed all his villager friends. And he came across 4 people that were sat around a little fire, and just destroyed them. I mean, it was full-on gore overload. I absolutely loved it. It was brilliant. And the last guy was the one where he kind of did like an uppercut between the legs with this axe, and something fell out onto the floor. I don't know what it was. Don't really want to know what it was, but it looked amazing. And then later on in the episode, he stumbles across the leaders of the Brotherhood. Oh God, I'll do that again. And later on, he comes across the leaders of the Brotherhood, and they've caught these guys, the ones that he's after, and they're about to hang them because they'd raided the village and killed everyone. So I was having my doubts about the Brotherhood then. I thought they were really nice guys, you know. But it turns out that the leaders are still trying to stay on the right track, shall we say? And these lot were going to get executed. And there was a bit of negotiation between the Hound and them. He wanted 2 of them. They said you can have 1. And then he said, "Well, can I chop a hand off?" It was quite funny, a bit of to and froing. And then I think Hound just kicks the log away that they were stood on, and sort of and they were hung. And now they've offered Hound to join them as well, which I'm kind of hoping that he accepts that, because otherwise he's going to be wandering around on his own, and I think he needs to be part of the main story. So I'm really, really hoping that he does join the Brotherhood, because they said they want to face the fight that's coming from the north. So that's going to be quite cool. So yeah, well, we'll see on that. In Meereen, I was a little bit confused to begin with, because Varys has gone off on some kind of journey. I don't know what that was about. That shocked me, and I'm gutted, because I absolutely love Varys and Tyrion together. They're brilliant. So yeah, a bit gutted about that. And he still hasn't met Daenerys, has he? Which again, I wanted to see that happen as well. That doesn't look like that's going to happen. So a bit gutted about that. But later on, we see Tyrion trying to get Missandei. I'm going to look this up. So later on, we see Tyrion trying to get Missandei and Grey Worm drunk. Oh my God! Why can't things just stop making noises? I hate technology. I really do. Right. So yeah, he's trying to get them drunk, and then they start. Then he tries to get them to tell jokes, which was classic. It was such a brilliant scene. Tyrion back to his best. Grey Worm is hysterical, by the way. He absolutely cracks me up. His deadpan is just brilliant. Just love it. And they're all having a laugh and having a good fun, which was really nice to see as well. Suddenly they're under attack from the sea, and it's the Masters. I don't know which the Masters it is, but they're just attacking in the ships. And so basically Tyrion's plans kind of backfired a bit. And Grey Worm basically said to him, "Don't say another word. I know what to do," you know. And he basically said, "We need to retreat. Everyone needs to retreat to the pyramid, which is the safest place, really, and we can make our stand there." And it was quite scary. I mean, the place was getting bombarded with fire bombs and stuff, and then they hear this loud crunch above them, and I kind of clicked on straight away that hopefully it was the dragon. And sure enough, who walked through the door but Daenerys again, so she's back, and she doesn't look too happy, and I think she's going to give Tyrion a right telling off as well, because he's kind of caused this, really. But yeah, that would also mean hopefully that she's going to have all the Dothraki with her, which means hopefully that those ships will get taken care of. And who they might actually be able to take them ships, which would be quite good. Didn't think of that. Possibly. And then finally we had Riverrun, which is a story I'm not really that bothered with. It was a weird one. It was kind of like the dawn of season 6, really. You know, it was kind of like that whole kind of thing, which was a bit odd. But we had some good bits in it. Seeing Jaime and Brienne again was brilliant. Classic, loved that scene. I love those two together as well. They should get together, man, but he's too obsessed with Cersei. But yeah, that was a really nice scene. And she went to offer him Oathkeeper back, and he refused and said, "No, it's yours." And also, she also tried to get Blackfish to get all his army to leave Riverrun and go and help Sansa, which I think was a brilliant idea, and I think it didn't happen, which would have been awesome. And also, Jaime had a chat with Edmure, Blackfish's nephew, and I don't know. He threatened to throw his. I think he'd be 3 years old. Threatened to throw his 3-year-old child into the wall using a catapult. Now, well, we've had a bit of a debate. I know. People are saying, "Oh, it was just a threat. He wouldn't have done it." You know, it's hard to say, but then he does keep his word. You know, that's what Jaime's about. So I think he went into a bit of arsehole mode there a little bit, and it annoyed me. But I think he just wanted to get back to Cersei, and that's all he wanted to do. But anyway, Edmure was able to get in there, get into the castle again, obviously because he is the actual rightful lord. Can't talk. Rightful lord of Riverrun, and Blackfish then had to make an escape. Managed to get Brienne and Pod onto a boat, and wouldn't go with them, which was annoying as well. And they sailed off, and quite a sweet scene was where she looked round and Jaime was stood watching her from the castle, and he sort of put his hand up in acknowledgement, and she did the same, and that was really sweet. Because I don't think they're going to see each other now. I wouldn't have thought so anyway. But who knows? I mean, it's still a few series yet, haven't we? Seasons. But yeah, that was to say, River One wasn't a great story for me, but I don't really see. I mean, are they going to keep going back to it? I don't know. I mean, Jamie's going to leave straight away, surely. So yeah, I don't know. I'm more excited about him going back to King's Landing now, because all the stuff that's going on there is amazing. Because we had in King's Landing, we had Tommen called a meeting. Was it a meeting? I don't know. It was more of an announcement. So Cersei's turned up and wasn't allowed to go where she would normally sit. She had to go and sit up on the balcony with all the other ladies, which was quite funny. And Tommen announced that her trial was coming up, hers and Loras's trial, and that there would be no more trial by combat, which was Cersei's plan completely. She was relying on that. So goodness knows what's going to happen now. I've got a horrible feeling, and this is just me going come out of my head. Now, Tommen is her last child, and we all know that all her children died because of the witch's prophecy. I think Tommen's going to die. I don't know how. I don't think Cersei would do it. I don't think she's that low. But I think something's going to happen to Tommen, and I think once he's dead, everything kind of changes then, doesn't it? Because then, who would then be the rightful king or queen? I think Cersei would then push to be the queen, surely. And if she does that, then she'll have won then, I think. But yeah, I think something's going to happen to Tommen. Yeah, I think I'm giving this a lot of thought, really. But yeah, I think something's going to happen to Tommen. Oh, going back to what I said before about Jamie, the meeting between Jamie and Brienne. Now, obviously, they didn't have internet back then. So when they did meet, when these people meet face to face, they haven't seen each other in years sometimes. Obviously, they're just going to talk about everything that they know, everything that they've seen. Now, surely the conversation of Littlefinger would have come up in that tent. Surely, because Brienne knows that Sansa and Littlefinger have been, well, they were sort of working together, weren't they, initially? And then obviously what happened when she went to Winterfell. So the conversation must have come up about Littlefinger at some point. It had to have done, and obviously that would have got them back to Cersei through Jamie. And now is that? Littlefinger's got to get caught out at some point, unless it's when his army, if his army do help Sansa out, perhaps he might get caught out then. I don't know, but at some point he's going to get caught out, and I think this is the bit now where it's going to get found out that he actually helped Sansa escape, and I think that's what's going to do it. But anyway, so going on to my loves and hates from the last 2 episodes only. My loves, in third place is Tyrion. Some classic scenes from Tyrion again, especially in the last episode where he's trying to tell the jokes. It just cracks me up. I love a good laugh, and Tyrion is my go-to for laughs. And yeah, I thought he's brilliant. So yeah, number 3 for me. Number 2 is the Hound. Loving the Hound, loving this new kind of version of the Hound where he's just kind of, I don't know, it's almost like he's kind of had an epiphany and he's kind of more like he wants to help people now. At least that's what I get anyway. But yeah, some brilliant scenes in the last 2 episodes. So glad he's back. And yeah, without doubt, he's definitely my number 2. And my number 1 is Arya. Yes, I think the last 2 episodes have really been about her. It's been a big storyline for her. And yeah, I felt so sorry for her. And the way she dealt with the waif was brilliant. It was classic. And I still think that with Jaqen H'ghar, I don't know, I would have killed him. I think she should have done. Don't know if she did it in the books or not, I'm not sure, but that was just begging for a stab, that was. But yeah, so now I'm really excited about Arya's story now. I want to get her back to Westeros. I want her to meet Jon and Sansa, but I guess we'll have to see on that. But yeah, we'll see. So in third place for my hates is Jaime Lannister. Now, I don't hate him, alright, I don't hate him, but whether you think he would have done what he said he was going to do or not, I just think it was an arse thing to do. I feel uncomfortable. I know he just wanted to get back to Cersei, which is another thing I don't like. But yeah, he was just a bit of an arse. The scene with him and Brienne was brilliant, but there were other scenes that just annoyed me quite a lot. So, you know, he's my 3rd this week, but he won't be probably next time, I'm sure. So yeah, he's number 3 this week though. Number 2 is Jaqen H'ghar. Just the fact that he's... just the fact that he wanted Arya dead, which I think was stupid anyway. Why? Why did he want her dead? I mean, okay, so she wasn't suitable for his needs. Fine, and just let her go back to Westeros. Why did he have to get her killed? I don't get that at all. And at the end, I think she should have just finished him off at the end. But then, what the hell? But yeah, he's my number 2 this week. And number 1 this week is the Waif. Oh, hate her. Although I thought she looked quite cool with the Terminator walking through the city. That was quite cool. But yeah, nasty bit of work. You know, Jaqen H'ghar was the one that told her to do it, but he said don't let her suffer, and she suffered big time. I mean, she was suffering the entire time, and I think that was all part of it. Especially when she was stabbing Arya several times and then twisting the knife in the stomach and everything. That was there to make her bleed out, basically, which is a horrible way to go. So yeah, without a doubt, she is my absolute number 1 this week. But at least she won't be in it again. So let's crack on. You've built these 2 episodes up, and I trust you. I really do trust you. And yeah, this is episode 9, season 6, Game of Thrones, Battle of the Bastards. Which, okay, I'm thinking Jon and I can't remember his bloody name. Been in it so long. Ramsay. Jon and Ramsay. I'm guessing this is what's going to be. So already I'm excited. This could be a really good one. So yeah, I shall see you in a moment, and yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. See you in a bit.
There are no men like me.
Whoa, that was a good shot. Oh, right, okay. She needs Drogon now.
Despite appearances, I think you'll find the city's on the rise. The Masters cannot let Meereen succeed. Because if Meereen succeeds, a city without slavery, a city without masters. It proves that no one needs a master.
Shall we begin?
He got out of that one quite well, didn't he?
I'd like to suggest an alternate approach.
Once before, I offered you peace. If you had not been so arrogant, you could have returned to your homeland with a fleet of ships. Instead, you will flee Slavers Bay on foot.
We are here to discuss terms of surrender, not to trade insults.
You and your foreign friends will abandon the Great Pyramid and the city of Meereen. The Unsullied you stole from Grasny's Mona Kloss will remain to be sold again to the highest bidder. The dragons beneath the Great Pyramid will be slaughtered.
We're here to discuss your surrender, not mine.
Your reign is over.
My reign has just begun.
Oh, yes. Torch all the ships. Oh, please. Oh, God, I love this so much. Torch all the ships. Do it, do it. How come they... I thought they escaped ages ago. Oh my God, it's got all 3 of them now. Yeah, now you're going to get exactly back. Arseholes. Oh my God, that's the Dothraki! Oh my God, look at the size of that. This is amazing. Yeah, you're screwed.
Dracarys.
Oh my God. Whoa. She probably could have done with the ships though, you know what I mean?
Invaliesi medreno. Os vilivacho simor golejo. Aiskezi skodo os vilivezi simor golesi jim sidori. Jajalen tot. Vajivi kezari.
Didn't have long to think about that, did they? Brilliant.
Thank you for the Armada Our queen does love ships. Now, last time we spoke, we made a pact. Though our queen does have a forgiving nature, this cannot be forgiven.
Our queen insists that one of you must die as punishment for your crimes.
Him.
Yes, him.
No, he's not one of us.
Oh! God love Grey Worm.
Tell your people what happened here. Remind them what happened when Daenerys Stormborn and her dragons came to Meereen.
That was brilliant. What a... Oh my God, that was so good. Even if it was just that would have made this episode amazing.
You don't have to be here.
Yes, I do.
My beloved wife. I've missed you terribly. Thank you for returning Lady Bolton safely. Now, dismount and kneel before me. Surrender your army and proclaim me the true Lord of Winterfell and Warden of the North. There's no need for a battle. Get off your horse. Kneel. I'm a man of mercy.
What?
Thousands of men don't need to die. Only one of us.
Ooh.
Let's end this the old way. You against me.
Ramsay's pretty good.
The way people in the North talk about you, you're the greatest swordsman who ever walked. Maybe you are that good. I don't know if I'd beat you, but I know that my army will beat yours.
Will your men want to fight for you when they hear you wouldn't fight for them?
He's good. Very good.
He's getting under his skin.
Will you let your little brother die because you're too proud to surrender?
How do we know you have him?
Oh God, they cut off something.
Now, if you want to save
You're going to die tomorrow, Lord Bolton. Sleep well.
Oh dear.
She's a fine woman, your sister. I look forward to having her back in my bed. My dogs are desperate to meet you. I haven't fed them for 7 days. They're ravenous.
Tormund is a nutter, isn't he? Don't look worried, John. Come on, man.
I know what mounted knights can do to us. You and Stannis cut through us like piss through snow.
We're digging trenches all along our flanks. They won't be able to hit us the way that Stannis hit you in a double envelopment. A pincer move. They won't be able to hit us from the sides.
Good.
This tension is crazy.
You've known him for the space of a single conversation. You and your trusted advisors, and you sit around making your plans on how to defeat a man you don't know. I lived with him. I know the way his mind works. I know how he likes to hurt people. You think he's going to fall into your trap? He won't. He's the one who lays traps.
He's overconfident.
He plays with people.
I've fought beyond the wall against worse than Ramsay Bolton. I've defended the wall from worse than Ramsay Bolton.
You don't know him.
What should we do? How do we get Rickon back?
We'll never get him back. As long as he lives, Ramsay's claim to Winterfell will be contested, which means he won't live long.
When will we have a larger force? We've pleaded with
Tell
everyone
him.
else that'll have us. The Blackfish can't help us. We're lucky to have this many men.
It's not enough!
No, it's not enough. It's what we have.
If Ramsay wins, I'm not going back there alive.
I won't ever let him touch you again.